Okay, this might be something most people have forgotten about, but remember like the metaverse? That whole Facebook project trying to make VR like a huge thing, a huge deal. And ultimately everyone saw it and was like, this is just VR chat, but infinitely worse, because that's what it was. VR chat was open source. You had your own custom skins. A bunch of memes came out of VR chat. VR chat was just a better thing. But Zuckerberg saw VR chat and was like, that's money right there. Why are we not making money on this? But it turns out Mark Zuckerberg was wrong to see dollar signs, because the metaverse is like dead. Like no one is using the metaverse at all, even for business applications, which is what they really thought people were gonna end up using it for. And since no one's using it, they're shutting it down February 16th. Meta Horizons workspaces will no longer be available on February 16th, which honestly, no one really is surprised or cares much about. Like, let's be real, there's probably like one company that's been using this stuff and is kind of upset, but most people have never even touched this stuff. It is goofy, okay? I'm honestly kind of surprised it even lasted this long, because yeah, it is a really big joke. Like no one was using this at all. There was no reason to use VR workspaces over just like a Zoom call, and people don't even really like those that much. Now imagine a Zoom call, but instead of just a camera on you, it's like you're in headset gear with controllers and stuff. It's just a worst experience overall. It makes sense why no one would want to use it. And I would really like to know what Zuckerberg was on when he made this entire pivot for the whole company, because it was a really bad idea. Like, keep in mind, they renamed Facebook to Meta for VR stuff. They really thought VR stuff was going to take off. The only reason Facebook is called Meta now is because of VR stuff. And when they did launch the metaverse, it was a more promising future for VR. But was it like get Wendy's to open up a store in the metaverse promising for VR? I don't think so. One of the biggest problems with VR is the VR headsets. The VR headsets have to have an insanely long battery life. They have to look really good and they have to function really well. That is really hard to do for a low cost, which is what they also have to be. Like, the biggest reason VR didn't pick up was because the headsets and stuff were way too expensive. VR headsets are like $300 minimum for a decent one, and even then, what are you gonna do with the VR headset when you have it? Play Gorilla Tag? That's pretty much all you could do. VR had a big problem where there wasn't enough users to warrant making good games for VR, but there also wasn't any good games to warrant people buying a VR headset. The headsets were just way too expensive for what VR was offering, and even then, Oculus was probably one of the worst ones you could have bought. Like, people who are really into VR hated the fact that Facebook bought Oculus because it kind of ruined it a little bit. Like, for example, if you wanted to play online, you had to use like your actual Facebook account with your real name, which is a horrific idea in gaming. You have no idea how many people call people slurs all the time. Zuckerberg, get off of gaming. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, it is crazy to expect players to put their full real name on Gorilla Tag. Okay, that is absurd. Like, I had people add me on Steam to call me slurs when I play Deadlock. You think I want my full name on my Steam? No! And on top of that, have you seen Meta Horizons? It looks like this. Like, it just looks like this is Meta Horizons, okay? You cannot expect people to spend hundreds of dollars to get this experience. This is a joke. This is clown world. And also, Facebook never really defined what the metaverse was supposed to be. They were kind of like, yeah, it's a social place where you can buy things. That's kind of like all it was to Facebook. Like, there was the whole thing with like a virtual Walmart where you could go into a virtual Walmart and buy groceries in the virtual Walmart, which is just, why is this a thing? Like, in the virtual Walmart, all you do is buy groceries and then they just ship it to your house like they would if you just used the app. It is like one of the most redundant, stupid things ever. Like, why would people want to simulate the grocery shopping at Walmart? You don't want to go to the store. That's why you're ordering online, so you don't have to go to the store. Why would you want to simulate the store process? It makes no sense to me. And then on top of that, dude had like this stupid little Walmart helper floating by you whenever you do anything. It made no sense. That whole thing was a joke. And also, the metaverse was supposed to get like a visual overhaul, but it like never really did. Like, it was supposed to go from looking like this to like this, and they never did it. I don't know why exactly. Probably because the headsets at the time were not capable of like rendering this, maybe. But they really shot themselves in the foot by being like, hey guys, look what the metaverse could be, and then never doing it. Like, what are you doing? But let's be real, the metaverse was doomed from the start because they just wanted to make it a big shopping mall. Because yeah, shopping malls are really popular in America right now. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new to the internet, check out more content, and have a good one.